We tend to obsess over resolutions as a means to fix our lives, especially at the start of the year. But may I offer you an alternative? In this video, we will be running through 10 micro habits that you need to start in order to thrive in this next coming year. You may be watching this in the new year, and if you are,
Happy New Year!
Or maybe you're halfway through this year and you're realizing, I haven't stuck to any of my resolutions. I've not actually met any of the goals that I had planned. Let me offer you some encouragement and also some practical help for both situations and everything in between. Instead of making resolutions for yourself, why not choose a small set of actions or micro habits that you can implement into your daily life? If you want real, tangible change, setting a cute little word for your year, as is the trend nowadays, or maybe coming up with the same resolutions you've had for the last 5 years is not going to cut it. You will not see results. But if you can address and improve your daily habits, then I promise you, you will see a massive difference in your life, and some of the changes are going to happen quickly. Habit number 1, limit the amount of decisions you make every morning. Choose 1 or 2 things that are a priority for that day and focus on them. Now, why do I say this? Oftentimes, and I am so guilty of this, we do all our admin work and we also think that we need to make our decisions for the day first thing in the morning where we think we're fresh. But I can promise you that this can cause a huge amount of brain fatigue and it will zap your energy if you try and do all your decision making at once in the morning. Managing your energy, especially as we get older, or if you are dealing with a chronic illness, is a discipline and a extremely crucial habit that we need to take charge of in order to thrive in our lives. Habit number 2, consume at least 1 piece of positive media every morning. Whether it's a podcast or a YouTube video, or maybe you're reading just a few pages of a book. Be intentional about the kind of media you consume. Are you consuming just to distract yourself, to entertain yourself? Or are you watching, reading, and listening to things to help motivate you in making better decisions or enriching your life? I have been so guilty of being stuck in a loop of distraction. I get it. For a long time, I was constantly trying to escape my life. Instead of filling my mind with motivation, positivity, and good soul food, that I needed to change my life from this to this, and also keep it that way. If you are feeling stuck and uninspired, I've been there. Make sure you check out the video I did specifically for feeling stuck. Habit number 3, learn to say no. That's right. Learn to say no to certain things so you can say yes to others. You only have a set amount of hours in your day and also a limited amount of energy and brain space. You aren't Wonder Woman or Superman. I'm sorry to break it to you. Also, rip Henry Cavill. You can't do it all, and that's actually okay because you need to learn to be selective about what you put your mental, emotional, and physical energy into. It's okay to say no. Habit number 4. When you sit down to do something important like work, or you're doing something creative, or maybe you're hopping into a meeting, take a few deep breaths. Now, you might be thinking, Tori, that's kind of lame. You're literally just asking me to do something that I do without even thinking about it. It's certainly not going to change my life. If you do a few deep, long breaths, focusing on breathing from your stomach and not as much on your chest, and also ensuring that your exhales are longer than your inhales, you end up stimulating the vagus nerve. And in turn, you actually lower your heart rate down. It also helps to reduce the concentration of stress hormones in your blood. TLDR, you calm your body down and you help your mind be able to think clearer and feel less stressed. It's a really, really good, super small habit to get into throughout your day.
It's nice to be appreciated.
Oh my gosh. Siri just scared the crap out of me. No. Habit number 5. Become a master in flexibility. This specifically is for people who are either dealing with a chronic illness or for those of us who have a very unpredictable life situation. It is always a good thing to plan. I will never be against planning. Trust me, I am an organizational fiend. I love planners. I love lists. But sometimes those plans have to change. I used to put such rigid plans in place for my day, my week, my month, my year. And honestly, I felt like a failure every time I had to cancel or adjust those plans. Oh, come on. Until I had a mindset shift. And actually counseling really, really helped me with this. I am realistically flexible every single day. Kind of sounds weird, but I add in rest to my plans when I need to. Most of the time, if I'm going to be honest, every single day I have to adjust something in order to handle what's going on in my body. And that's okay, because you know what? I expect it and I adjust accordingly. Put plans into place. I still 100% believe in planning, but make sure you know how to adapt and be flexible when you need to be. If you want to support this channel, then please make sure that you subscribe. Come be a part of our family. If you like this video, then make sure you click on that like. Also, if you know someone that would get value from this video, then make sure you share the link. All of this will help YouTube recognize my channel and also push it out to more people. Number 6. And I can bet money that 53% of you are going to roll your eyes as soon as you hear it. And that is, drum roll please, make your bed every day. Now let me explain why this micro habit appears in pretty much every single list you've read about improving your day, improving your year, or improving yourself. And actually, Very Well Minds puts it perfectly. Making the bed is setting an intention to do the little things that bring about an orderly, thoughtful, balanced, or successful life. It also provides a quick sense of daily accomplishment. Some people actually find making the bed very calming as well. If you struggle to make your bed in the morning, you are not alone. I am right there with you. Now, why do I struggle to do this? And it's not due to laziness. It's because oftentimes throughout the day, I have to go back into bed and lie down. And I'll be honest, I feel like a failure every time I have to unmake the bed that I made in the morning. So sometimes I leave the bed unmade to not feel like such a failure when I have to go back into it during the day. But honestly, this is something that I'm going to commit to change this year, because going back to the last habit we talked about of being a master of flexibility, I need to actually be okay with the fact that I have to go back sometimes, most of the time, to rest and actually start having the correct mindset behind it. Number 7. Daily reflect on your why or your long-term goal. It's really easy to forget the reasons why you are making an effort in your life, whether you're having to wake up early to film a video, whether you're having to go out to work in order to provide an income to fulfill your dream. Don't forget your why. It is crucial to thriving in your daily life because it is so important to practice at least once a day. I would recommend you think about it throughout your day intentionally, remembering the vision that you have for your life or your long-term goal. And you can do this by having a certain wallpaper on your phone, or you can have things throughout your room or your office reminding you of why you do what you do in your dream. Number 8, when you think of something that you have to do and you can do it in that very moment. Do not put it off. I can guarantee 99% of us, if we procrastinate, we're going to forget to do that thing altogether, especially if they are small tasks. This is actually a micro habit that I decided to put into place in my life a while ago, and it's really helped. Especially when I'm having a flare-up and I'm having extreme brain fog and brain fatigue and also forgetfulness, like thinking I've replied to someone that I actually hadn't, or I've written that email that I just didn't do. So if you think, oh yeah, I need to make sure I email so-and-so, or I need to send that text, do it in that moment. It'll save you the brain space of having to go back and constantly remember to do the little things that you've been putting off. And you'll actually end up being a lot more productive. Number 9, take time in the morning to get your heart and your mind right. This is so crucial for going into a new day and not bringing all the cares and the woes of the night before or the day before. And also resetting whatever happened to you yesterday or the night before. I personally have a quiet time where I take time to pray. I lay it all out there to God, and I also talk to Him about the things I'm going through, the anxieties that I am having, and I always thank God for this new day and this new opportunity. Because for me, I dedicate every single day and all that I'm doing, all of this, all my being creative, to God, because He's the reason why I'm doing all this. This is the very first thing I do when I wake up, and it also really helps to set the tone for that day. Number 10, jazz hands. Take time to go outside every day, even if it's to inhale a few deep breaths of fresh air. I need to be better at this, honestly, and I can feel my mom nodding her head because I'm so used to being housebound that I can actually stay in the house for days and weeks and it won't really faze me. Whereas I think my mom and my brother will be climbing the wall. But during my time in counseling, we discussed how important it was to me to go be in nature. I'm not telling you to go wake up every morning and run a 5K, though if you do, I'm proud of you, that's incredible. But what I am suggesting with this micro habit is just walking outside and being present in nature and taking some deep breaths. If you can go for a small walk, that's fantastic, and I would highly recommend that when you can. But if you can't, then just go outside and take some deep breaths of fresh air. Look at nature from a macro and a micro point of view. Take some time, even if it's just a few minutes of your day, to be present. I highly recommend choosing a few of these habits to start with and focus on. Once you get those down, You can add more to your day. But if we're honest, we all want change instantly. We all want things to just happen and just work right away. But as humans, a lot of time we can end up failing simply because we overwhelm ourselves with change. Maybe choose just 3 from this list, work on them, add them into your routine, and then maybe next month choose 3 more. Let me know in the comments below if you have any micro habits that help to improve your life. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me today. I'll see you in the next one.